Namaste everyone. I wanted to do a video series answering different questions around topics that were relating to mysticism or the occult side of the awakening or ascension process. Anything that you have that is regarding yoga or hypnotherapy, past lives, guide work. I've spent a lot of time studying these different subjects and topics, and one of the things that I would love to share with people is the gift of discernment. Discernment is useful when there's so much information now available on websites and the internet that we can be disillusioned about what the truth actually is, and if this is even applicable or helpful in the process of our own path and our own awakening. So the first topic that I want to touch on is the energetic vampire. I had someone reach out this week and say, can you tell me more about this? And yes, I can. And I can tell you how to recognize one and what to do to safeguard yourself from having your own energy drained without your permission. It's pretty basic. An energy vampire isn't like Bram Stoker's vampire. You're not going to see someone walking around with fangs coming out of their teeth and blood dripping down the side of their face. An energy vampire is much more subtle, and therefore can make it more challenging to identify. We're going to start with relationships. Relationship is anyone that is a family member, romantic partner, a colleague, or a friendship, anyone that you're in constant contact with, and you have this nature of reciprocating in some kind of way. Now, healthy relationship is reciprocal in the way that the energy that you put into the relationship is the energy you'll receive out of the relationship. And so it's a yin and yang, constant flow. It's not always 50-50. It can definitely shift where you might need more or they might need more. But overall, there's a very balanced and healthy nature to the reciprocalness in the relationship. Now, an energy vampire would be someone that is constantly taking from you. So it could be in the way of advice. It could be in the way of finances. It could be in the way of simple emotions. Right? When you're with someone and it's either so exciting that you get home and you're just completely drained, or that just every time that you're around them, you leave and you just feel kind of icky, right? Those are little signs to say, what is the relationship here? Am I putting more energy into this relationship than I'm receiving? Now, some people get very habitual in receiving other people's energy. So it's not that we're going to vilify someone that is an energetic vampire. They just haven't learned how to create their own energy, haven't tapped into that realization that how we feel and our energetic vibration is really the responsibility of ourselves. Every day you're going to have different situations and people come into your life that are going to be high vibration or low vibration. And if we allow ourselves to get pulled in either direction or just putting in so much and not receiving back, then we're going to begin to feel drained. So it's important to recognize boundaries. And the first boundary that you can realize is, how do I feel? When I was a kid playing outside, I grew up outside near a farm and played in the woods, and I just enjoyed being out in nature. Whatever it is, if it was just sitting on the porch, playing with my dolls, or walking through the woods, pretending that I lived there, I was just in a good place. There wasn't anything exciting that had to happen that day or anything that would necessarily go wrong. When we think about pulling that idea into our adult life, that's where we can resonate how I am on a day-to-day basis. That's my frequency, that's my vibration, that's where I resonate. So that's the first thing you need to learn. And then you need to start watching when someone comes in, how, and they leave, how do I feel? Did they add value to my life? Or did they take value from my life? Did they add energy into my day, or did they take energy? Did they, help me out when I needed, or am I constantly helping them? So this is where you can start to realize how these people are interacting in your life. So with that being said, it's really important to be interdependent in relationship. And when you're in an interdependent relationship, each person is responsible for their own energy. And then when you come together, it's just like a little fulfillment of you're just enjoying each other's company. Those are the kinds of relationships that are really on that front burner right now. This is, a lot about interdependency, boundaries, and healthy relationships. And so you need to begin to, be healthy yourself and then surround yourself with other healthy people. And you won't have to worry about anyone being an energy vampire and taking from you at all. It's not something that you need to, say a bunch of mantras for or cast any spells. It's just simply residing in your own power, in your own knowledge, and not letting anyone take that from you. Finding that strength within. So I hope that this clears up any ideas surrounding the energetic vampire. If you have anything that you have questions about, then please feel free to reach out and I'll do my best to give you the information that you need. Namaste.